What's going on, guys? It's MachoTime back at it with another video of MachoTime Sports. And today we're going to be talking about UFC 262, Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira for the lightweight title. And also in today's video, I'm going to do the Q&A that I put on my Instagram and on my Facebook. I'm going to put the link to my Instagram in the description so you guys can stay up to date with what I'm doing. You know, I post randomly and a bunch of fuck shit for the most part. But I'm only going to talk about the co-main event and the main event of 262. So let's get into it. The co-main event, Tony Ferguson versus Beneil Dariush. I think this is a phenomenal matchup between these two fighters because their styles are very similar. They're both really good ground fighters, but I think Dariush has the slight advantage over Tony. Dariush hasn't lost a fight since 2018, and he was dominant in those fights, and most of them he won by submission. Tony, I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder because of the fact Chandler has only one fight before a title fight. And yeah, you can make the argument that so did Anderson Silva when he won the title. And, you know, you can also make the argument that Chandler was dominant in Bellator, but Bellator and UFC are night and day. You know, Bellator is the minor leagues compared to the UFC, so you can be dominant there and then come into the UFC and get washed. You know, we saw it numerous times with numerous different fighters. So, but in the Tony Ferguson Dariush fight, I got Dariush winning because he's got, I believe, the slight advantage on the ground. Moving on to the main event, Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler, vacated UFC lightweight title. Oliveira hasn't lost a fight since 2017. Michael Chandler was dominant in Bellator, but like I said, it's night and day. This is not the same. The level of talent in the UFC is far superior than it is in Bellator. And Charles Oliveira is an absolute savage when it comes to, you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, yeah, Michael Chandler is an Olympic level wrestler, but Oliveira, like I said, he's insane when it comes to the ground game. So I think Oliveira is going to win that fight, and I think he's going to reign as champion for quite a while. I hit the record button.
I'll be one moment.
What's up, guys? We're going to do the Q&A. Joined by my beautiful girlfriend over there, Ileah. She's great. She's the one who facilitates all of this for me. She sets up the lights and makes sure I look good. She's going to be reading the questions for me.
All right. First question.
All right, what's up? Talk to me.
First one is from Eddie, and it says, will MachoTime ever cover trilogy events?
The Triller events?
Yes.
The Triller events to me seem very circusy. And what I mean by that is Triller Fight Club is where Logan Paul or Jake Paul fights. So yes, if they expand from boxing. If they expand into the realm of MMA, or, you know, if they do like what ONE FC does with their different stylistic matches, then maybe I'll cover it. But if they stick to boxing, probably not, because I'm not that big of a fan of boxing. I think boxing is kind of boring because of the one fight, or the one style fight is boring to me. I like seeing different aspects. That's why I love UFC, Bellator, ONE FC so much, because you see different fighting styles and you see different martial arts forms in one fight. So, to answer your question, Eddie, if they expand from boxing, yes, but as of right now, I think it's kind of circusy. Next question.
All right. This is from Jeff, and it says, when you were a kid, what was your dream job?
That man Hef with a great question. When I was growing up, I really wanted to be a football player. and that kind of went out the window freshman year, 8th grade year, in the summer between freshman and 8th grade year, because of ironically, the concert that me and Jeff went to, I did everything but break my ankle. And if you guys want to know more about that story, let me know in the comments and I'll go into depth on that story. But moving on, babe, what's the next question?
All right, this one's from Tessie, and it says, you ever thought about becoming a DJ after DJing my wedding?
Yes. To answer your question, Tess, yes. I actually was kind of DJing when I was younger. When my dad was a DJ, I would go upstairs and mess around with his equipment and make my own mixes. But ever since then, I haven't gotten deeper into DJing because I couldn't afford at the time my own equipment. But now that I'm working and I have a full-time job, I might pick the hobby back up because I love playing music and setting a vibe for people. So yeah, DJing is something I've always wanted to do and wanted to continue doing. Next question.
Next one is from Andre. What are your hopes for your channel and things that you think you can do to improve?
My goals for this channel is really just a place to go and talk about things that I'm passionate about. Like now I'm just doing the UFC stuff, but come football season, I'm going to talk about, like, I'll do a breakdown of the Colts games, of, you know, whatever primetime games are, and things that happen around the NFL as they're happening. And things that I can improve on. I know I need a better setup. I actually just messed up my camera today. It took a little bit of a tumble, so now I got to buy a new camera. And, you know, I want to focus more on getting a better setup, if that makes sense. Like, I want to get a backdrop. I want to get better lighting, a better camera, just so I can improve the quality of the videos. And I kind of want to get into vlogs periodically, but I don't think that I do anything interesting enough for a vlog yet. But now that the weather's starting to heat up, I might go fishing. We might go to the private range that I know of, and who knows? Maybe I'll do a shooting video. Maybe I'll do a fishing video. You know, maybe I'll just do a video of me hanging out with some of my guys. You know, Justin, Ray. You know, whoever, you know, is available to hang out with. Maybe I'll do a video of me and Ileah hanging out sometime. I don't know. Who knows? What's the next question? No? You're not with it?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Next question.
Another one from Andre is, will you cover more than just sports, like music, album reviews, musical events, and other things like that?
Yes. I honestly wanted to do a review of J. Cole's new album, but I haven't listened to it cover to cover yet. I've heard most of it, but it's been shuffle. So yes, I would like to cover more than just sports, like music, like what you said, pretty much. But as of right now, I want to focus solely on sports, and then once I build a bigger audience, get into different stuff like that.
Okay, next question. What made you want to become a Colts fan?
Who's this question from? Okay, Eddie. All right, so growing up, both of my parents were Patriots fans. So I went along with it, not knowing any better, pretty much. But when I really got into football and started understanding analytics and sports, or the statistics and everything like that, the Colts were on top. You know, I believe this was the 05-06 season, the season that they won the Super Bowl against the Bears. So, you know, Peyton Manning was balling. That defense that we had was insane. So Peyton Manning being obviously Peyton Manning, and the fact that, you know, they were on top consistently throughout that season. And to be honest, my cousin Mooch put the bug in my ear. He was like, yo, I need backup. So I'm like, you know what? Let me rebel against my parents real quick and let me cheer on the Colts with my cousin Mooch. So to answer your question, Eddie, that's what made me become a Colts fan.
All right, this one's from Noel. It says, would you rather never get a haircut again for the rest of your life or never cut your fingernails again?
The hell kind of question is that, Noel? But considering that I work with my hands all day, I'd much rather never get a haircut again, because like I said, I work with my hands all day and it's tough when my fingernails get a little long. So I can only imagine what it's like when my fingernails are like that long and I'm trying to assemble some parts that are that big. So yeah, and I think I look pretty good with long hair. Next question.
All right, this one's from Justin. Would you rather get stuck in the mud again and dig yourself out, or get jumped by a flock of turkeys?
Justin, you ain't shit. Just so you know that you ain't shit. Considering the fact that turkeys have that weird like hook thing on the back of their legs, I'd much rather get stuck in mud again. And I say again because it's happened before. And again, if you guys want to know that story, I will more than happily share it with you guys. Justin actually has the footage, so I'll edit it in while I'm telling the story. So to answer your question, Justin, I'd much rather get stuck in mud again than to get jumped by a flock of turkeys, because turkeys can fuck you up.
That's all we have for questions.
That's all we got. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking along. I know this has been a long video, but I appreciate you guys for the questions. I might do a round 2 at some point. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment if you got any more questions. Like I said, I'm going to put the link to my Instagram in the description. Thank you to my girlfriend for reading the questions for me. Thank you guys for being here with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a fight review of tonight's fight. See you later.